Hello, I have a question. Hi, can he please explain page 118, the fourth paragraph? Thank you.
Wait a minute. Let me get my book here. 118.
118.
Yeah. Helen, are you still there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, now.
Oh, greetings,
okay.
Mr. Bobby and Mr. Fuller.
Greetings. What you said 118? What paragraph here or?
Fourth paragraph.
Fourth. 1, 2, 3, 4.
The fourth paragraph.
Always do your
118.
best. Starting with that.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Fuller.
Fourth paragraph.
Yeah. Starts with always do your best.
Oh, always do your best to explain why you are saying what you are saying that is similar to the or the same as what you are. I'm having a little trouble seeing here.
Okay.
Copying from another without saying that this is what you are doing. Always do your best to explain why you're saying what you're saying that is similar or the same as what you are copying from another without saying that that is what you're doing. In other words, basically, if you're saying something and it's what you are saying, make it clear that you're saying this. And don't mix it up with something that somebody else is saying. Like, take, for example, Neely Fuller talking about something that Marcus Garvey said. I should make a distinction between what Neely Fuller is saying that is similar to what Mr. Marcus Garvey was saying, but it's not what Mr. Marcus Garvey was saying. And I make that distinction. I don't blend the two. Like he and I are old buddies and whatnot, and what he's saying is the same as what I'm saying, and and that there is no distinction. You always make a distinction between what you are saying and what somebody else is saying. You don't blend the two, and make because people will get confused, and that's the one thing you don't want about anything that you do. Something that you're saying or doing, you don't want to confuse people ever. The white supremacists are experts at confusing people. Why? Because they found out a long time ago. As long as you can keep people confused in any area of activity, sometimes you can just confuse them in just one area of activity, and it means it's the same as confusing them in all areas of activity, since all areas of activity, logically speaking, are connected. So what happens in economics, if the white supremacists confuse you in economics, that means you're going to be confused in all the other 8 areas of activity: education, entertainment, labor, law, etc. If they confuse you in sex, they'll confuse you in all the other areas of activity. It'll be real easy to do that because they got you confused about what sexuality is all about. So your mind is going to be tangled in everything, in economics and education. You'll be what you call maybe brilliant in one area of activity, but because all areas of activity are interconnected, if you're weak in any area of activity, the white supremacists know how to exploit that weakness. So that's why you don't want to do anything that lends to confusion, that gets away from logic. And the white supremacists lead all of their victims away from logic. That's the one thing they don't want black people, non-white people on the planet to ever be, logical people. I mean, yes. They'll pay us heavily to be non-logical, to not connect cause and effect for the long run. They know how to sugarcoat everything in such a way that we're just not logical. They're just walking around groggy with confusion all the time. And people who are in that state can always be controlled. Confused people will always be subject to people who are not confused. Mm-hmm. You can just try little experiments with that yourself. The most confused person in a room is always the weakest person in the room. The strongest person is the person that's not confused. Always.
Yes.